Are we good?
Yeah. Didn't give you the 3, 2, 1.
All right, guys. Hey, we're here for another weekend, or not weekend. I wish it was weekend. Wednesday weekday at Camp Chef, and we're kicking on the back patio. Julie and I are cooking
Hi,
up chicken.
everybody. How's all my Camp Chef friends?
Whoop, whoop. Jack's not here with us. He's not feeling good. Jack, if you're watching, get feeling better, man. But over the course of these videos that we've been doing, I've had a lot of people ask questions like, can this be done at home in a short amount of time? I know we talked a little bit about that last week, what we were cooking. Today, though, we're just cooking chicken. We aren't doing anything fancy. We're just taking some Camp Chef seasoning, adding it to it. And
Basic, very basic.
And this is just stuff that, if you're coming home and you want to have something that's not takeout, keeping things simple, this is what I cook for my family at home quite often, especially on the weekends. Not during the weekday, it's a bit hard for me when we get off of work. But, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I'm usually throwing this stuff down on the pellet grill. But also, before I forget, if you guys didn't notice, we're giving away not sear box separate, but pellet grill. In fact, we'll go over to this one. Then there's no question. We're gonna be giving away one of these guys, DLX pellet grill.
In this pellet grill?
Oh yes.
Just for fun.
You ready? You ready?
You can hear it sizzling. Oh, look at that. Yeah.
All right.
It smells good too.
This guy retails on our website, campchefs.com, for $699.99. So, for 699 shares, if we hit it, some lucky duck is going to have one of these guys shipped to their house. Yeah, buddy.
Yay, that's such a good giveaway. Come on, you guys, you can do this.
You can do this. I mean,
just start sharing right now. Share.
I mean, our flat top grill video, guys, last week, we had like 5,000 shares.
Yeah, we gave some flat tops away, didn't we?
We did.
That was awesome.
We did. One guy in Florida, another gal in Kentucky. So
congratulations, you guys that won.
All right, but I got to get this chicken going. So Chet, follow me over here, man.
Let's get to the good stuff.
Get to the good stuff.
Yeah.
So I've got some chicken tenders here. Nothing too fancy, boneless chicken tenders. And then a big old package of chicken breasts. And honestly, we're not going to do anything too fancy with these guys as long as I get my gloves on here. Holy shnikes.
And we got a big thing of chicken breast because we decided, what the heck, if you're going to cook chicken breast, just fill the pellet grill up and have it for more than one meal, right, Tom?
Exactly. And that's actually what I do quite often is I will get stuff like this, and I try to actually find it when it's on sale. And I'll cook a bunch of this chicken, and I'm going to go ahead and cut open both of these packages while I'm at it. And I will do this, and then I will freeze whatever I don't eat. And then I've got chicken already cooked, already has a great flavor at home. Save me a bunch of time. All right, take these guys off real quick. And our garbage is over here. All right, so on the chicken breast, I'm just gonna use our citrus herb seasoning. And then on the chicken tenders, I've done this a few times when we've had people over to our house. I've got our all-purpose seasoning. And actually, I'm just going to take the lid off of that. Put about a half cup, 3/4 cup of that. And then this is just your run-of-the-mill brown sugar. And do equal parts. We'll say that's about a half cup, maybe a little bit more. I like my chicken really sweet, guys. All right, so grab some of this, and we'll try to keep the hand clean and separate. That there, that there.
And just so you know, everybody, Tom and I have designated cutting boards. So this is for our raw chicken, and then we have another cutting board for when it's cooked. So we're making sure that we just have the raw chicken on one surface and the cooked chicken's on another.
Yep.
So
So I'm just gonna take that, season up all of this chicken. And I do this, the brown sugar helps take a little bit of the kick out of this all-purpose seasoning. It does have a little bit of a kick to it, but also I found that the brown sugar will caramelize a little bit and add a little bit of a sweet flavor to what it is I'm cooking. So
Sounds
we got
so good.
that.
I'm excited to try this.
And we'll toss this on here. Nothing too fancy. And this is something that you can do for your kids. You know, kids tend to be a little bit of the picky eaters. At least my 2-year-old is. But then I'll take the seasoning and just hit a little bit more on there. All right, so now that one's done. Take those off. Start fresh. And then use our citrus herb seasoning. And grab these monster chicken breasts. Holy shnikes, Julie.
Tom, we got a question. Are you doing anything to the grill grates before you put the meat on to make sure it doesn't stick?
No, all right, so if you didn't hear, the question was if I'm adding anything to the grill grates to make sure that the chicken doesn't stick on. No. The grates are porcelain enamel steel, so really it won't stick. And I have found that meat, if you're going to be turning it over at all, once it hits a certain temperature, self-releases. So if the chicken is still sticking, then you know you still got a little bit more time for that to finish cooking. All right. That's really all there is to it. I'll toss this on. And then once I get this chicken on, I'll talk about what temp I'm cooking at here. Running out of room on that main grate, so I'll use this additional cooking rack. Comes with the DLX.
That's when you need your turkey wrap.
Yeah. All right. And then the all-important thing when you're cooking with chicken, you have to make sure that you hit a minimum cooking temp of 165 degrees. So I'm actually going to put this in probably my thickest piece right here. Pull that back a little bit, close the lid, and we're sitting at about...
Tom, why is it important to pull that cord back?
So the last thing you want is your cord to get fried, literally. And if you leave it here on this cooking rack, you do run the risk of that happening, and then you can get a probe error, which is the last thing you want to have happen when you're depending on that to ensure that you're cooking to the correct internal temperature. So it's just, it's a good thing to read the instruction manual. It's in the instruction manual. It's a good tip too. And that's why we made sure that all of our pellet grills have these little slots on the sides so that you can do that. All right, and cooking temperature, before I forget. So I'm at 375 because I just opened the grill twice now. I've got it set for 375. We're 289. We'll climb. Now, I know that this guy is going to fluctuate in temperature some, just as if I were baking this chicken at home. What I am going to do though, with the chicken breast, when I get closer in temp and as we get closer to the end of our video, I'm going to toss them on the sear box. So if you have the sear box, then that's a good way, quick way to finish them off, get a little bit more flavor, and I'll show you how to do that. But in the meantime, that's really all there is to it. Guys, I literally just prepped chicken for
so easy.
8 to 10 people
Yeah.
if you're in a bind
Yeah.
in 8 minutes, and it's going to cook in about at most 45 minutes. At most at about 45 minutes. With those chicken breasts being as thick as they were, those chicken tenders, those guys will be done in about 20 minutes. So at that point in time, hey, continue sharing. 699 shares. I saw we're at like 300 live viewers. So guys,
Ooh,
stop right now
likes? Yeah.
and share. Everyone, if you've already shared once, click the share. Just do it right now. Click share. Click share. Okay. Make sure you do that. And let us know what you would cook with a pellet grill. What's your favorite smoked food? All right. In the meantime, Julie, it's all on you.
That's a hard decision, Tom. Like,
I know.
it's all so good. I don't know how you decide what your favorite is.
That's true.
Gosh, yeah. Hard decision. But let's hear it. Let's hear what your favorite is. Just name them all if you can't decide on one.
We've heard a lot of brisket. That's what we hear a lot of. I've been watching the
See, I'm thinking
comments
brisket,
there.
I mean, pulled pork. Oh, halibut, salmon. I don't know. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to do a whole chicken, okay? I bought these chicken fresh. This is a fresh chicken. I just went down to the store and bought it like this. I'm going to show you how to take it out of the package and get it ready, and you're just going to throw it in this pellet grill. You know, there's a lot of us that love the rotisserie chicken, and we just go down to the store and we buy a rotisserie chicken. Well, you can do your own in this, okay? Same method. It doesn't spin, but you know, it has that convection fan, and it's cooking all around that chicken, and it's cooking it slow and making it tender. So anyway, I'm going to show you actually how to do, what do we call this? A beer roasted chicken.
Beer can chicken.
Beer can chicken. So in here, I'm just roasting the chicken, okay? It sounds like rotisserie chicken and it looks like rotisserie chicken, and it's just about done. I wanted to show them really quick on my temperature down here. So right here, it's showing that I'm cooking at 360. Well, it's going down because I opened it, okay? I've got this is set at 375. So see, it fluctuates, and I'm fine with that. It's gonna cook my chicken, you know, it's gonna be just fine. I'm just gonna watch the temperature, and when it gets to 165, then I'm done. So right here, if I push my button here, it's going to show me the probe, okay? So right now, my chicken is 138, so I've got just a little bit more to go. So I'm hoping it's going to be done before our video, but it's getting close. So anyway, okay, so I'm going to open this first. I'm going to taste it and make sure it's good. No, just taste it. Oh, it smells good. So this, I want to show you, is Camp Shift sells these, and these are really cool. So this is a one-holer, and there's also a longer one that has two, so you can do 2 chickens at a time. So I'm just going to put this little can right in here, okay? And then we're going to prep our chicken, and we're going to put it right over that can, and we're going to cook it. Okay. Let me show you how to do this. Get a good picture there. All right. I usually just do this right in my sink. So since I don't have a sink out here, I'm doing it in this tinfoil pan today. But I usually just cut it open with scissors, okay? And be careful. There's a lot of chicken juice in here. That's why I do it in my sink, but you'll see. I'm just going to take that off, and all that chicken juice is going to come out, okay? There we go. Don't gross out. That's what makes our chicken really good, okay? Now sometimes when you open your chicken, sometimes they'll have what they call giblets, and they'll be in this cavity, okay? And they're not gross. They're usually like wrapped up in a waxy thing. So just grab those out and discard them. A lot of people use them to cook and make gravy out of or whatever. I mean, if you don't want to do that, just throw them away. Okay, so we're going to bring our chicken over, and we're going to actually, I'm going to try to get these paper towels. I have gross chicken hands now, so I don't really want to contaminate everything. So we're going to take some paper towels, and we're just going to pat it dry, okay? Just get some of that excess juice out of there. Okay. And the reason that I'm doing this, you don't have to do this if you don't want, your skin to be crispy. You can go ahead and just season it and throw it on, like Tom did with the chicken breast. Just season it and throw it on. But, I like my skin to be a little bit crispier, so if you dry it, okay, and then I am going to take one glove off because I don't want to get my olive oil all gross. So if you dry it and you put a little olive oil spread on that, that will make a crispy skin. You can try butter. I found that the oil makes the skin a little bit more crispy, but butter's really good too. So I'm just squirting that on and I'm rubbing it, just like Jack shows you when he does the meat that he does, or anyone else. You know, they put that binder on there, they call it. So we're just putting our binder on here, and it's going to make our skin crispy.
Now, if you want to get really fancy, I have seen some people, they'll actually take olive oil or butter. You know, when I do a Thanksgiving turkey,
I want to do
they'll
the
also
inside.
do it under the skin. So you'll, using gloves like this, you'll kind of start getting underneath
so
the
if you
skin.
want to do under here, but I'm going to do inside too, because it'll get those breasts from inside. But yeah, okay, all right. So that's good. And I am also going to use some salt and pepper, and I'm going to use our citrus herb blend on this. So we're just going to salt, rub it in. And you know, if you have time and you salt this first and let it sit for a minute, it will even help to make the skin more crispy. So, okay, and then our pepper. Just a little bit of pepper. We want to get inside here. Okay, and then we're going to put our rub on there. So easy, guys. You can do your own rotisserie chicken at home. It's just amazing. It's so good. Got a glove here. Okay.
Tom, can you cook low and slow on a pellet grill? That's what somebody's asking.
All right, so the
Okay,
question
how's that
was if we can do low and
I'm gonna get
slow
some
on a
gloves.
pellet grill. Absolutely. So once Julie's done with this, I'll answer that question a little bit more in depth once Julie's done with this chicken.
Yeah, so talking about temperatures, I really like to cook my chicken low and slow because it's more of a rotisserie type that way. My glove's not going on. So what I really like to do, I like to cook it on high smoke for an hour, and then I turn it up to finish it off. Okay, and it takes about 2 hours. If you want, and you're in a bind, and you want to hurry and cook it, you can cook it at 400 degrees, and it takes about an hour, I want to say an hour and 15, 20 minutes, somewhere in there. So you can do that as well. I do like to do it low and slow. Okay, just a little rub there. Okay, that's it, folks. We're just going to throw this on our pellet grill.
Or in the
Oh yeah,
beer can.
sorry. Okay. I have actually never done this beer can chicken, so I'm excited to try it. So you want to do the big side because this side's the neck and it's little. So we're going to put it up back area. Just put it right on that cap. Fix it up. I don't know, is it going to fit? Maybe we have a little small. There we go.
There we
All
go.
right, we just had some skin in the way. All right. You know, I think I want a little more seasonings on that. Yeah. Just because I kind of rubbed them off there. Okay, awesome. Okay, now the trick is to find room because we've got our pilgrims pretty full. So, what do you think, Tom?
Well, while you're doing that,
I think
Figuring
maybe
out
we
the
should
room.
wait till we pull this one off. We're at 143.
we're close. In fact, we can even turn up the heat just a little bit more. Make sure we're getting to 10. All right, so I had 2 questions. Want to be sure and answer those. Before I do, guys, make sure you're continuing to share. We're like 300? 374. Come
Yeah.
on. We can do 699.
About halfway.
We're about halfway there. Come on, you guys can do it. All right, while you're sharing with your friends, because remember, sharing is caring.
Of course.
Answer your question. We had a question about low and slow. So, Chet, let's take a look at this guy right here. So, right here on the controller, you've got your shutdown feed, low smoke and high smoke. So that's where you're going to be doing your low and slow. So low smoke sits right around 160, 165 degrees. And what that's doing is it's providing a large quantity of smoke, but at a lower temperature. High smoke, same quantity of smoke, but at a higher temperature, so 225. Now your temperature variation is going to be a little bit more on low and high smoke, But that's just enabling the pellet grill to provide those quantities of smoke. When you're doing a higher temp, let's say 350, 375, you're not going to get as much smoke because the pellet grill at that point in time is operating more as a grill. It's trying to maintain that temperature within a range of maybe 10, 15 degrees plus or minus. All right. The other question, what was the other question, Matt?
Just temperature ranges. See if you can cook low and slow.
All right. So another good thing to realize about the pellet grill. So yeah, you can go as low as 160, or if you toss it on high and you're needing to bake or something, this thing will hit 500 degrees. So you add our pellet grill blanket to that guy, you're not going to consume as many pellets. And when it's really, really cold, like what it's going to be here in about 2 months.
Oh no, come on, don't remind me.
In about 2 months, you know, you'll start to see us throwing on our pellet grill blanket.
In fact, I did in that one video, remember? We were using the log. It was a little chilly, and so yeah, we threw the blanket on and it was beautiful. It did great.
So, well, let's check on my chicken tenders and my chicken breast. So, Chet. Alright, so that chicken breast is sitting at 120 degrees, which means that my chicken tenders, let's check temperature on one of those guys real quick. One of the other things, I don't think we've talked about this yet, is the pellets. So in this pellet grill, we're cooking on our competition blend. That's definitely an office favorite. But in this guy, when we set this up today, I put in our natural herb blend. So it's one of those flavors that pairs very well with chicken, which is why I picked it today. So it'll add a little bit of a different flavor profile, using a Jack terminology there. Jack's not with us today, but he is with us in heart. But yeah, we're cooking with that. Let's check on these chicken tenders. Pull that off. All right, we're at 140, climbing.
Getting all your heat out there.
All right, close that. All right, so we're actually going to be hitting 165 here in just a few minutes on those chicken tenders, which actually means that we'll be really close on those chicken breasts. And those chicken breasts, I will do it two different ways today. I'll finish it on the pellet grill, which I'll actually probably finish after we're done filming. But the other ones I'll finish on the sear box, just to get that nice crust and additional flavor.
Yeah,
so,
and I was going to say, I guess if you wanted to do your rotisserie chicken and have it more crisp and you have a sear box, you know, when this is done, you could just hurry and sear the outside and make it crunchy. I also wanted to mention, too, that I forgot to mention that the beer that I put in there, I actually heated it up. So I know everybody likes their beer cold, but I heated it up in some hot water in the sink so that when I put it in there, it won't take so long to warm the beer up and cook my chicken. So, just a little tip.
I had a question. Are these the new woodwinds?
No. So the woodwind, it's in our lineup of pellet grills, but this is our DLX pellet grill. Looks very similar to the woodwind. Performs similar to the woodwind. But you'll notice that it doesn't come with the bottom shelf, the additional wheels, and then if you go with the upper end of things with the woodwind, you get the sear box as well. So.
Another question, how often do you need to clean the pellet grill? And maybe even, I think the question was geared towards the feeder, the
ash and everything?
Yeah.
All right, so Chet was asking about ash and everything. So obviously you're burning wood, and this is a wood-fired pellet grill. So you're gonna have ash. Yeah, so we've got these 100% all-natural hardwood pellets, and this is providing us not only with our heat but also our flavor. There's no additives, no fillers with these things, but you're burning wood, so you're going to get ash. So in the bottom of the pellet grill, we'll show it on this one. have this lever right here. I won't do it right now, but what happens is that you pull up on this, pull up on that right there, and then pull this out, and then all the ash from your pellets and everything will drop into an ash cup underneath the pellet grill. So when you're ready to start cooking again after you've gone through the shutdown mode and turned off your pellet grill and you're ready to fire it up again, do that. Literally it takes 20 seconds, 30 seconds. Pull that out, drop the ash, toss it in the garbage, your garden, your flower garden, your neighbor's garden.
Really, Tom?
Maybe not your
Is that
neighbor's
good
garden.
for the garden? Maybe it is.
I don't know. But just toss that out and put that lever back and you're done.
Another question for you. Thank you for answering that. What accessories can you put on this pellet grill?
Ooh. I know that...
Well, we showed the beer can chicken. We also have a turkey cannon you can use for doing turkey.
Yeah, we also have the pellet grill blanket you can toss on there, which is great during the colder months, or even the warm months to help, conserve your pellets.
There's that front shelf.
We got the folding front shelf. We do have the sear box, which I'll be using here in just a couple minutes.
We have my favorite, the jerky racks are my favorite.
Yes.
Love the jerky racks.
Jerky
Especially
racks.
if you're baking anything, because you don't want to put it right down on the bottom grill. So with the jerky racks, it gives you 3 shelves. And so I just take the middle shelf out and then I use that next shelf up. And it's perfect for making cheesecake.
Nice.
Yeah,
Tom,
perfect
what's
for baking.
considered cold for the blankets? What temperature outside are you?
So if you guys didn't hear the question was, well, what point or what temperature could you really use the blanket? Realistically, if it's, I would say 70 degrees, and you're wanting to conserve your pellets, and you're doing a long cook like on a brisket, which can be, anywhere from 12 to 18 hours. You can use that, but you'll start seeing us toss on the pellet grill blanket when it starts hitting 20 degrees. But I would say anything 40 degrees and under would be a good time to use it. Your pellet grill will still operate fine. You'll consume more pellets because it is colder temperature, but with the pellet grill blanket, it helps insulate that and conserve your pellets.
Okay, I think we're ready over here, Tom.
Sweet.
If you want to help me, I don't want to haul this chicken like from there to there, because I think I'll drop it. But I just want to make sure. So my probe is in this one. I want to kind of move my probe around here and make sure that we're 165. Okay, that one's 158. So I'm going to leave that one in a little bit longer, but I do believe we can get this one off, okay?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, okay, we got to get this one off. Yeah, it's done. Okay, let's put this in here. Okay, I'll hold that and you can get it out.
Okay.
Looks like our other one's ready here too. Oh, I thought it was. Just kidding.
All right.
It's close.
So all I'm gonna do is lift up on this, use the spatula, put that on there.
Okay, that one's got just a few more minutes. Awesome.
Now, one of the tricks, anytime you're cooking meat of this size, is make sure to always, I'm going to say it one more time, always let it rest. You spent the past 2 hours, as Jack says, letting that muscle is tensing up, and now you want to let it to rest and let all that flavor to redistribute, right?
And if we had our tinfoil out here, which we forgot, we'd cover it up.
Yeah.
It's okay. Can't remember everything, Tom.
My chicken tenders are ready to pull off
Ooh,
too.
yours is ready. Here,
All right.
can I scoot over and give you some?
So, pull that out. Chicken tenders on.
I had a question earlier about cooking pizzas on here. Do you need to adjust anything for the heat at all?
No, but what we have found is that when you're cooking pizza, if you use something like a pizza stone. It'll help crisp up the bottom a little bit more.
I actually put mine right on the rack.
Oh yeah, you can definitely do it on the rack too.
So what we do is we cook it. Well, we get you know, like Papa Murphy's, it comes in the cardboard, and we cook it, and then we take it off and put it on the rack. So you know that comes in cardboard. But if you're making your own pizza, yeah, I would definitely put a stone in there and get it heated up first, so it's hot, and then put your pizza on the stone. Or there's a cast iron pizza pan that Camp Chef has. That's what we actually use, the cast iron pizza pan, and it works great. I actually did it in my oven the other day too, and it worked really good. So yeah, pretty awesome.
All right, so now I'm just checking the temperature on these chicken breasts. See, that one's
We're at
gonna need
125.
a little bit longer.
Are we giving one of these away yet, guys?
I don't know. I think Matt said
Matt?
we're at about
Are we getting there?
500 something shares.
Oh yes. Woo!
All right,
When do
guys.
they have to share by? How much time?
You guys have until midnight tonight. Actually, no, I take that back. You got until 10 o'clock tomorrow morning, Mountain Time. So that's, what is that, Eastern? Noon?
Do you turn that chicken over at all, or you just cook it just on that side?
I'm just cooking it all on this side.
You've got some pretty marks on the other side, I can see. I don't want to turn it over. Look at that.
Turn that guy over. All right, I'll turn these over. All right, I'm gonna probe temp, check the temp on a few of these, and toss a couple of them on the sear box here. Let's actually check the temperature. I think this one, we're at, I'm going to close the lid. Let's see, 125, 130, let's say. That guy, I think that one will be ready to toss on the sear box here in just a minute. One of the other things I want to talk about while we're waiting on those, let's say you're going from, you're doing chicken and you want to do pizza, let's say, and you've got a competition blend and you want to do, and we showed this when we did pizzas 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, where we swapped out flavors
Oh, the pellets, right.
mid-smoke.
Yeah.
So, Chet, let's come over here real quick. And I don't have a bucket out here,
We
so
don't have our bucket today, so.
I'll use this, but I won't reuse the pellets. But you do have this hook right here, so if you've got like a 5-gallon bucket or something, you can hang it on right there. But really, you just pull up on this and your pellets just dump out right there. So if you want to swap out flavors mid-smoke, if you want to add, you know, different flavor profile to pulled pork or chicken or pizza or something, you can do that midway through your cook. But I think we're ready to toss
Are we
that
ready
chicken.
to cut this chicken or what?
Yeah, let's go ahead and
Let's see, let me
cut
check.
some of
Okay, our
that.
other chicken is at 156, so it's got a little bit longer. All right, let's see how this turned out. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at that.
So what are you using over here, Tom?
So this guy, let me get this probe in here. That's really hot, of course. Let me get a paper towel here real quick. Hang on. So this, guys, you've seen us use before in videos, or you've seen in our recipe videos, is our sear box. So I preheated it. So these grates, I mean, you can see that that is white. That grate, I don't have an infrared thermometer out here with me, but I know that that grate is sitting at about 800 to 900 degrees. So I'm getting that nice, good crust on this chicken just to add that extra flavor, that caramelized crust. So I'll let that sit on there for, a minute. I'll give it a quarter turn, let it sit there for another minute, flip it over, do the same thing, get those nice cross-hatch marks that you always get in a restaurant. I'm doing it at the back patio at the office. So now one of the things, before I forget, if you get flare-ups on this, so if you're cooking something that has a high fat content, so burgers, even some steaks, if you got a big old fat ribeye with a fat cap on it, you are going to get a flare-up on it. That's perfectly okay, because you've got this cast iron grate, then underneath it, you have, I can't remember what we actually call it. I want to call it a flavor screen. But it's a steel, screen, there we go. Where any drippings that'll drip, it'll hit that, and they'll immediately steam and add additional flavor to your food. It's awesome.
We got a question. Does the sear box the only thing that needs the propane then?
Okay. So the question is, does the sear box, is that the only thing that needs propane? Yes. So pellet grill running off of wood pellets, wood-fired pellet grill, propane for the sear box. Now that's actually one of the cool things about the sear box is that if you don't want to run your pellet grill and you just want to do burgers super quick, and you've got your sear box accessory on your DLX, your SE, whatever, Camp Chef pellet grill, you can run this thing completely separate from your pellet grill. It's pretty awesome.
Does the sear box attach to all the pellet grills that we have?
Yes, it does attach to all of them. Any pellet grill that has a side shelf or could have a side shelf, sear box will attach to it, which is all of them. But you guys want to know how we did with our chicken, and while we're checking on the chicken and Julie's cutting into that, I'm going to check and see how many shares we're at. 699 shares, someone's taken home, or not taken home, having one shipped to their home, a DLX pellet grill.
628.
628. Come on, so close. All right,
Very cool.
let's check on this chicken.
Check on the chicken. That one's almost done too. Okay. So I kind of cut into it a little bit. I don't tend to carve this chicken because it's so tender, you just kind of like to dig in and look at that. And it's so tender. It's just tender. Doesn't that look good? See that? That is some good chicken. All right, let's turn it over and cut into that. Look at all that juice coming off of it. Oh yeah, baby. Look at that. Let's get into a breast here, shall we? Look at that meat. Jam! Look at that. Okay, it's done. It's the perfect doneness.
Yoink.
We just can't help it. All right, I'm gonna try it that way.
All right, the real question is, how do I do on my chicken tenders?
So good. It's rotisserie chicken on your back patio. That looks good.
So far, so good. If you ever have a question about your cooking temperature, not sure on the internal
Delicious.
temperature, what you're looking for is basically the meat almost starts to kind of flake to some extent. It's white. That's what you're looking for. Let's see how I did.
If you have a little pink meat on the outside, that's just the smoke. But if it's pink inside, then yeah, you need to put it back in and cook it longer. That's good, Tom. I like the brown sugar with the rub. That's really delicious.
All right.
Okay, and I've got our beer chicken cooking in here now too. Do you want to get a picture of that? Look at that. Now I've noticed I've got it in a tin foil tray so that, I don't know, drippings in the beer boil over maybe. And this one looks like it's at 161, so we're just about done with it too. In fact, when it gets that high, I like to take out the probe and kind of test some other areas, and make sure. Because if you're that high and you take it off and it's sitting, it's going to get to 165. There's no question about it. So you take your meat out and let it rest. It's still cooking and it's just going to arrive and this is hot, folks. So I'm using this as to protect my fingers from that hot probe. Okay, let's test right here. See, that's testing 165. So I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna pull that off and let it rest. And yeah, that's all there is to it. It's so easy. So we'll put this in our other chicken here, and we'll just let it cook till it's done.
All right, so I'm just waiting for these chicken breasts to finish off. We're at about 134 on the biggest piece. Check the smaller
Yeah,
one.
those are big pieces, Tom. They'll probably take a minute.
Oh, yeah, that smaller one. Okay, 165. All right. Tonks.
You know, I wonder if anyone's ever made a gravy out of this beer can chicken.
All right.
That might be
Guys,
good.
check out that color.
Oh, man.
It's coming from that sear box. Make sure I don't drip any of this chicken stuff on your shoes, Chet. Check out that color. Where's some likes for that? That looks fantastic. All right, let's cut into this.
I had a question. How did we do the chicken tenders?
All right, so the chicken tenders, I'm actually going to let that guy sit for just a minute. The chicken tenders,
I want some more of this chicken. So good.
so the chicken tenders, all I did is I had about a half a cup, 3/4 cup of all-purpose seasoning and an equal part of all-purpose brown sugar. Mix that up, put it on the pellet grill at 375 until I had a temp of, total brain lapse there, 165. There we go. And the chicken breasts, all I did with these guys is I just used the same seasoning that Julie used on the whole chicken, the citrus herb. Just put it on there. Same temp, but because, you know, these are considerably larger than my chicken tenders, they're going to take a little bit longer. But the way I'm going to finish off most of these is going to be on the sear box. So let's check how I did on this guy. Cut into that.
Perfect.
All the way through, you've got a bit of a smoke ring. And the thing that I love the most about doing that on the sear box is that I now have some crunchy skin on the outside.
How is it?
Awesome.
So I'm
Really
told
hot.
that we're at 6.99 shares.
Woohoo!
Way to go, guys. Yeah.
All right, so guys, continue sharing. You have until 10 o'clock tomorrow morning, Mountain Standard Time. That's noon Eastern or 8 o'clock Pacific, right? Yes. All right. Continue to share and like and comment to enter. In fact, you're supposed to comment with your favorite smoked food or what you would cook on a DLX pellet grill, because some lucky duck is having one of these guys shipped to their house. If they respond quick enough, tomorrow, it'll ship tomorrow
Yeah.
or Monday at the
Awesome.
latest.
And I hope you guys all try to do your own chicken, whole chicken. Don't be afraid of it. It's wonderful and it's so easy. So
And guys, I mean, check this out. I did all these chicken tenders. These chicken breasts are going to finish. I'm going to post some more photos of the chicken breast on our Instagram
and the beer chicken.
and the beer can chicken. We'll be posting those. So guys, be sure, follow us on Instagram. Check us out there. In the meantime, thank you so much for joining us. And we will see everyone next week.
Wednesday.
See you guys.